Hey, good afternoon, folks. Phil McPhail here with United Country Lifestyle Properties Maine. Welcome back to our channel. I'm here today to show you guys a really nice piece of property. If you've been waiting for a lot that hasn't had any timber harvest, has some nice, mature, beautiful trees on it, this might be the right property for you. Come along with me today. We're going to look at this 15-acre lot on Rabbit Path in the town of Corinth. We're just 20 minutes from the town of Bangor, the city of Bangor. So make sure you do stick around though, because a little later on in the video, this property has a little mini water feature we're going to check out. I'm really excited to show that to you as one of the other features of this property. Let's go take a walk and look at it together today. Let's get started out here on the road. The first feature this property has, according to the deed, there's 660 feet of road frontage along Rabbit Path. I have located surveyor's stakes on each end of that, and we'll show those to you a little later. So we got some nice frontage. This is a off-grid location. We're about 2/10 of a mile from the nearest pole line. You could possibly bring power in here. You'd have to check into that, the cost of that, or just do some off-grid system. We're going to walk on the property. There's a little clearing right here. We're going to check this out next. So I'm leaving Rabbit Path here, the road now, and we're walking in on this clearing. This is an old log landing. It's all cleaned up pretty nice. Good place to build right here. We haven't had a soil test or septic design done, but I'm looking at the soils. Nice gentle slope off the edge of this. They all look pretty good. I think you could get a system designed in that location. We're going to continue down through this opening, and there's a nice trail that goes right through the center of the property and accesses the back of the lot. So we're going to walk this wood lot and we'll do it together. Let's go for a hike. Okay, we're going to head down the trail now. From the clearing behind me, you can see the truck parked out here. So let's talk a little bit about the town of Corinth on our hike, okay? And Corinth was first settled in the 1790s, but at the time it was settled, it was called Ohio, of all places. And in 1811, the town was incorporated, and when it was incorporated, they renamed it to Corinth, as it is today. Corinth is about 16 miles west of the city of Bangor, Maine, and Bangor would be the nearest service town. Bangor's got everything you need from shopping to restaurants and other conveniences. City of Portland is about 129 miles from here. In Boston is about 235, and it is just under 4 hours drive to the city of Boston. This trail here has had some blowdowns. Recently we went through a hurricane. Didn't really hit here much, but it did blow down a number of trees. The trail bed is still here. It's in pretty good shape, just needs a little bit of cleanup. And as you can see, let's stop here and look. Here we got a beautiful maple tree. Like I said, there's a lot of mature wood on this property as you're walking through. This maple here, we've got fir, we've got some beautiful spruce in here, some hemlock that are well over 100 years old. Just some really nice trees, and there's not a lot of underbrush, as you can tell, other than the few tops that are blown over here in the last few big winds. We're going to continue down, walking through the property, look towards the back of it, and then we're going to check out that water feature, so don't go away. We're over here near the center of the property now, and what you're going to see behind me, we've got some beautiful big white spruce here, hemlock, some nice hardwoods in this area as well, as we saw earlier. The soils on this property are kind of a mix of stony soils. We got some Monada Telos and Colonel Brayton an association, and these are rocky, somewhat well-drained, somewhat not so well-drained. Good forest land, as you can see from the trees growing here. It's growing wood very well. Not good farmland, and you hear me talk soils all the time, but this is a timber lot, and that's what it should be. You could probably make some food plots in here if you wanted to hunt this. It would be a small hunting property, although the rural location is quite good. There's a few cabins in the area, but not a lot of development right around here. The elevations here are running, I think, between 200 and 250 feet above sea level. We'll have that in the map here on the screen so you can see that. Relatively flat ground, easy to walk. Like I said, there's not a lot of underbrush in here. And this property does come up pretty close to the edge of a big beaver pond, which is a magnet for game. And we've seen a lot of game sign in here. So we're going to walk back to the back corner, look across, and take a look at that beaver flowage. We're almost back to the beaver flowage there on the back corner of this property. But before we get there, don't forget, if you've been watching our channel for a while, hit that subscription button and like and share our videos with some of your friends. Thank you. You probably can't see this very well, but we got some really large white-tailed deer tracks right here, and we're about 100 feet off the Beaver Flowage right here, and this is pretty close to the back of this property. But what a great spot for a stand or a blind in here, watching animals maybe working the edge of that flowage. We've made it back here to the edge of this beaver pond here, and this is probably a 8 or 10 acre pond, which is kind of cool. I don't believe it's on the property. We can't find the back boundary line on this lot. We found the pins out on the road, but we did not find any boundary here. The boundary line, according to the tax records, is pretty close to the edge of this pond. So I don't know if it's on it, but it's really close. But either way, it's going to be a natural funnel for game to follow its way around the edge of this open pond. Hey folks, as we walk back up to the road in the building site, we're going to go over and look at that water feature here shortly. But I want to talk about what really makes this property special is the location we've got here. As I said earlier, we're 16 miles from the city of Bangor, and if you're not familiar with Bangor, Bangor is one of the nicest small cities you're going to find in the United States. Low crime, relatively small city, population under around 30,000 people. The dining there, opportunities are incredible. The restaurants are really good there. We've got a cross center where you find a lot of cultural events, sporting events, rodeos. The University of Maine in Orono, which is Maine's largest campus, is about 25-30 minutes from this location. So you can go there and go to the Performing Arts Center, check out a show, maybe catch a hockey game, football game at UMO. Now let's see, Bar Harbor. You've all heard of Bar Harbor, Maine. 66 miles from this location, and that's about an hour and a half drive, normal conditions. What else we got nearby? 53 miles north of us, Moosehead Lake, Maine's largest lake, one of the largest lakes on the East Coast. Beautiful body of water, hundreds of feet deep. Great fishing and boating there. That's about an hour's drive. 43 miles, you can be at the 100-mile wood section of the Appalachian Trail in the town of Monson. So that's close by. We're 16 miles off I-95. Route 15 gets us most of the way here. So it's in the woods. It's quite remote, kind of rural, but it's a really nice location. Easy to get to, but you can get away from everything from the hustle and bustle out here in the woods and be here from the city in 15-20 minutes. Now we're going to go check out that water feature. Hey, thanks for sticking around. I promised we'd show you this water feature. This little creek that runs through the property runs through this land for a little over 800 feet. And this is a headwater stream to Kaiser Stream, which is downstream of us to the south. But the topographic map shows this as an intermittent stream. It surely has plenty of water running through it now. I'm guessing that in a dry summer, you're probably going to find this dried up mostly, other than the springs that are coming out of the ground. But it's a nice little water feature. We can hear it running through the woods. If you built your cabin right up here, you should be able to hear this running at night while you're going to sleep. Great little feature of the property. Everybody wants a water feature, and we got one here. Hey folks, thanks for taking the tour with us here today on this beautiful property here in the town of Corinth on Rabbit Path. Let's wrap it all up for you. Give you the price. Price on this 15 acres of land is $45,000. We've got 660 feet of frontage on Rabbit Path, about 800 feet of frontage on this beautiful little brook. We've got some mature timber, a whole bunch of different species of trees on this property. Got a nice little clearing area where you could build your cabin or park your RV. Give me a call today, 800-286-6164. Don't wait. I'm sure this one's not going to last very long. Looking forward to your call. Have a great day.